Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to SoulSpace podcast number 154.
Welcome.
Yay.
We're so glad you're here today.
Yes, it's a beautiful summer day. We had a nice thunderstorm this morning, gushed rain,
Lovely.
and it was awesome. And now it's sunny.
We needed rain so badly. So
Yeah.
rain is
Yeah.
great. We
It's
love that.
good. It is good. So today we are continuing our theme of train your brain, and today's topic is belief systems.
Yes.
It's one of our another favorite topics and modalities that we like to do, and it kind of goes with our brain entrainment a little bit, our topic for the month and training your brain. And this is a little piece out of Theta Healing book.
Yes.
By
Vianna Stibal.
Yeah.
So Theta Healing. This is the book, and it has my name tag on it. Welcome to my name tag. And from when I took my class, and then it's Vianna Stibal is the creator of Theta Healing.
Yeah, and she's amazing. Another amazing healing teacher. And her modality is it for both of us has done so much for our lives and clients' lives. So
it's another tool I use constantly.
Yeah, I use it a lot too.
Especially for myself.
Yeah, yeah. It's a really good one that you can do on yourself. That's fun. Yeah. And to do it with others is just as much fun. So
yeah.
And it really gets to those blocks in your subconscious mind that are holding you back, and layers into ancestors and all that way back. Yep. So you can do some really amazing work and heal some huge things. And Krista has a good story about that, but we'll talk about that another time. Just stated. Yeah. We just wanted to do the belief system part of this because it kind of goes along with our brain stuff.
Well, right. And we're all about creating new thought patterns, creating new subconscious patterns, letting go of the things that no longer serve us, and making space and new programming for what does. And so Theta Healing is perfect and goes right along with that beat.
Yeah.
And there's just a really good section in this book about beliefs and core beliefs and programming and things like that. And so we thought we'd bring that forward today because we haven't done anything out of this book really in particular. We've talked about Theta Healing briefly, but we haven't ever really touched on some of the pieces that are in it. So we thought this would be the perfect opportunity when we're talking about the conscious and subconscious and genetic cellular levels. Yeah. And creating new neural pathways and new programming. So we're going to talk about it today.
Yeah. So let's dive in.
We're going to dive right in. So if you do, by some happy circumstance, actually have this book, I'm on page 67, which is chapter number 10, Belief Systems. Okay. The definition of belief is the acceptance by the mind that something is true or real, often underpinned by an emotional or spiritual sense of certainty. Modern science is reaching an age of enlightenment. New avenues of thought are stirring, and the earlier view that the mind and the body are separate is falling away. The awareness that emotions, feelings, and the power of thought have a direct bearing upon our physical health is becoming mainstream. This has been shown in the development of psychoneuroimmunology. That's a big word.
I'm glad you had that one, not me.
We might cut it later. I don't know.
I don't know if I can say that one.
Psychoneuroimmunology, a scientific discipline that is focused primarily upon the central nervous systems, the neuroendocrine system, and the immune system, and their interrelationships. The central nervous system is a huge collection of connections throughout the body, incorporating sympathetic and parasympathetic systems. And your parasympathetic systems are the ones that run without conscious thought, such as like your heart beating, breathing, etc.
All that good stuff.
Yeah. It allows the brain to send information throughout the body using chemicals, generally referred to as information substances. It was once thought that the brain sent out these information substances to respond to problems in the body and that the communication was one way. What has now become clear is that the central nervous system controls the body's defense mechanisms. Knowing this, we can comfortably assume that every thought, emotion, idea, or belief has a neurochemical consequence. I think that in itself is a super interesting idea.
It is.
I feel like more and more information is coming forward to give that credence.
Isn't it interesting and fun? When you think way back when we first started learning about the mind, really, and I mean, I dove into it a little bit years and years ago, but all the advancements that have come around in the last just couple years are amazing. And we're finding so much more out about how our brains work and what actually occurs and how amazing our brains are and can be even more. It's just mind-blowing. I love it.
It really is. It's amazing to learn more and more about the functioning of our brain and how it functions and the different things that affect it. And
right.
I think it's just incredible, like how much more there is to learn even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the things we take for granted, you guys, it's, when you think about what has to happen to do the things that we do every day in our body, it's just mind-blowing.
It's an incredible cascade and symphony.
Yeah.
That occurs even just to speak, to have one thought. And all the like that has to happen in order for that to one thing to occur, to move our hands, to blink our eyes, everything. It's just incredible. Like, wow, this body is an amazing creation.
So if you are learning this in school right now or in high school, you touch on it back in high school, and then you probably don't care, but you'll love it later. So learn it while you can, because it's amazing if you start, like if we would have started learning this kind of stuff way back when, think of how more advanced your life would be now.
Absolutely.
When you can learn about your body, you can use your body for so many more good things and the things that you want later.
I think about the exponential difference between 10, 15 years ago to now. The exponential difference in my life and how much even further and more amazing it will be in the future, but how if I had started even earlier.
I know.
Wow. Just think about it. And you see some of this too with some of the younger kids and entrepreneurs and things, how they have grabbed onto some of this information and ran with it. And the amazing things that they're doing.
There are
with all their young energy.
There are so many young entrepreneurs that are millionaires already, and they're maybe 16, 17, 18, 20 years old.
Just get it.
Get it while you get it early.
And if it's not early for you, it is never too late.
Up.
Because we came into a lot of this. We came into a lot of this stuff later and later. And obviously Tracy and I are in the same age, but you can't tell. Can't tell. But the wonderful thing about it is, like, each of us is creating better and better and better and more amazing things with the information that we do have now. So that's why we're like, share it with everyone. Share it with everyone, because you deserve to have an amazing life that you enjoy every single day.
Everything.
And have the things that you want. Because why not? Because you deserve it. And we believe that, and that's why we're here.
Okay. So
we're not even like we're not even on page 1.
Sorry about
that. Get we get in our
in
our nerd space. Can't help it. Okay.
Let's go.
Going. Okay. The chemical messengers of the body, called neuropeptides, were at one time thought to be found only in the brain. Pioneering research by neuropharmacologist Candace Pert has now revealed that they are present on both the cell walls of the brain and in the immune system. As these complex messengers travel throughout the body, they provide vital information and sometimes almost instant physical feedback. If you have ever been in a car accident, you may have found yourself shivering because of the release of adrenaline. Once the danger is over, you send a message to the body's receptors that all is fine and begin to calm down. This is a simple example of how quickly information can be transmitted from thought to physiology. Research has also indicated that an inextricable chemical link exists between our emotions, including all the stress in our lives, both good and bad, and the regulatory systems of the endocrine and immune systems through the central nervous system. This emphasizes the importance of expressing our emotions both verbally and physically in an appropriate way. When strong emotions such as fear, anger, or rage are not expressed in a healthy way, then the body's natural response is that of the sympathetic nervous system, as demonstrated in Walter Buchanan's research on homeostasis and the fight or flight syndrome. Inappropriate storing of these stressful emotions produces an excess of epinephrine, and this causes a chemical breakdown, resulting in the internal weakening of the immune system and an increased potential for disease. So hear that.
Right. And we talked a little bit about that, I think it was last week, about being so stressed, and we get used to that. We get used to being in that flight or fight mode all the time. And
that chemical up and down.
Yeah. And we shouldn't be like that.
Right.
We shouldn't have to stay like that. So yeah, I like that they mentioned that here too.
Yeah. And it's really talking about how being in that constant strain of stress breaks down your immune system and weakens it. So then you're sick more often, you're not feeling well, you have more things and allergies, all these things that negative thoughts and stress affect the immune system. It's just how it is.
And when you think about it, you know, if you're really, really stressed for a couple weeks, notice next time you're gonna get sick, or you'll be worn down and you'll get headaches or whatever. Next time you feel sick like that, think about the last couple weeks. Where were you at? Were you really stressed or not? Because you probably were. And that's what causes it. So we have to be aware of that so we can keep ourselves well more often.
Right. And deal with our stress in healthy ways that releases those things and releases the positive chemicals that help us to combat that as well.
That's where Mind Trainer Pro comes in.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about that next week. We can safely say that thoughts, words, emotions, and the physical body are all synergistically linked together. A thought is expressed in an electromagnetic brainwave that sends a message to the neuropeptides, which in turn are fired off into the central nervous system to produce the appropriate result from the human body. A belief system is a strong enough, or perhaps recurring, thought that is relayed to the neuropeptides within the message system of the body. In turn, the physical body reacts to the emotional belief systems to which it is conditioned. The key is to change the messages that are sent to the body. And to do that, we have to change our beliefs.
Absolutely.
A strong statement.
Yeah, it is. And the more you know, the easier it is to change your beliefs. I mean, a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking over and over until you believe it. But we can change those.
Trained yourself to think.
Yeah, it really is trained behavior, trained beliefs. So now we know we can change those anytime we want and believe something different.
Right.
And then it happens.
Yes. And you know what I really like is that this section of the Theta Healing book and the section that we talked about in Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and a section in his Being Supernatural book, all say the same things. Yeah. It's about retraining your belief system, retraining your mind, and training your chemical signals through that. Yes. To create a new body and a new mind and a new belief system.
And there are so many different authors and teachers that talk about this, and they say it in different ways, but it's all basically the same. So whoever you resonate, we resonate with all of them. But there's Greg Braden, there's who's the other one that's epigenetics?
It's not coming to mind right now.
No, anyway, there's so many. Just pick one and read it and see who you resonate with, because it'll click when you find the right person to listen to, the right teacher that's teaching about it. Maury is amazing with Mind Trainer. He explains things simply so that you can understand, because he's gone through all the experiments on himself to get to where he is.
Right.
And it's just good. So anyway, another side note, sorry.
That's all right. Let's see. Do you want to do this next section?
Yep.
This is a good section.
So how to change your beliefs.
Yes, please.
The conscious mind. The conscious mind can be compared to a word processor. And that's an old term that maybe a lot of people don't know anymore, but I remember word processors.
Maybe you could tell us about them, Tracy.
Oh, that's funny. It is the decision maker for our day-to-day affairs. It sends the subconscious mind programs to perform certain tasks, observes how the subconscious programs perform, and then decides on what else needs to be done. The conscious mind is estimated to be only 12% of our mind. Just think about that, 12%. Wow.
So the
What
subconscious mind is 88%.
Right.
That's why I always say 90%, which is 88, 90.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah. What it perceives as a belief isn't exactly what our subconscious believes. You may think that you observe absolutely no subconscious limitations on abundance or money, for example. To the conscious mind, it doesn't make any logical sense that there would be restrictions within the subconscious, or for that matter, on the other level of your being, but they may be there nevertheless. The unique quality of the conscious mind is that it can quickly judge what is right and what is wrong. Something that is subconscious, some things that the subconscious doesn't do. The conscious decides what information should be kept in the brain and what should not, at least to some degree. The subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is like a computer's hard drive. It contains all of your memories, habits, beliefs, characteristics, and self-image and controls autonomic bodily functions. Sorry, different than automatic.
Well, I mean,
kind of.
Almost interchangeable, to be
honest. Right. Yeah, that's true. It is both the storeroom of information and the performer of tasks. It also contains predefined instructions that we do not have to consciously think about, which is keeping our heart beating. The subconscious is estimated to be 88% of the mind. That means that when we recognize that one of our beliefs is negative, 12% of our mind wants to change the other 88%. Isn't it crazy that it can be that strong?
How much our subconscious controls our lives.
Right.
It does, 88% of the work. That's a significant amount. And that's why working with the subconscious mind is just as, if not far more important than working with the conscious mind.
Yeah, for sure.
And getting them to work
together. Yeah. Any decision to change is first formed in our conscious mind. This decision will in some way conflict with existing beliefs. Okay, the body. The body is like a computer hardware set up to respond to the programming. Every second of every day, our body is responding to the programming that is sent from the subconscious mind automatically. However, there is some evidence that the body has an intelligence of its own. In an experiment, cells that are subjected to nutrients gravitated toward the nutrition. When subjected to toxins, they retreated. Isn't that cool? Opening the mind for positive change. The conscious mind can program the subconscious mind for new behavior and habits. The ability is built into us. Nobody taught us how to walk or how to talk. These accomplishments of self-education were completed through an intuitive process at a very early age. Unfortunately, as we grow older, many of us get stuck in old behavior patterns that no longer serve us, and we forget the intuitive ability to self-education. By its nature, belief work is a means of changing behavior. The behavior may be physical, mental, or metaphysical in nature. One of the best ways to change beliefs is through a return to innocence. When we are children, our brainwave pattern is open to receiving and accepting new information. This is why the theta state is so important, and it returns the subconscious to the frequency of growth and change. It opens the mind for positive change and returns our mentality to the purity of a child. The reason why therapists find it so difficult to change the belief systems of a client is because they cannot directly access the subconscious mind. Belief work is a means of doing just that, assessing the subconscious mind. But belief work takes it on a step further. If it gives us the ability to change beliefs that go beyond the subconscious into the spiritual plane. The following story is a good example of how a program is recreated and handed down from generation to generation, and how the progression of the program can be broken by free will. When I was a young girl, my mother had the old school attitude that you should discipline your children with physical punishment. Out of all of her children, I was the only one who would run and hide. At times, I would hide under my bed to get away from her. When she told me to go find a switch, I would select a stick only to break it into little pieces when she had it for later use, rendering it unusable. I have a story about that, I can tell. I was a bit different from my siblings in that I did not blindly accept the beatings. In time, I grew up and had my own children. Eventually, my son Joshua reached a point, like all children, where he began to show defiance. One day I told him to do something, and he turned to me and insolently said, "No." So I began to follow the program that my mother had given me when I was a child. As she would have done, I reached over and grabbed him by the neck, but in the nick of time, I held myself back. For the first time, as a young mother, I began to question myself. As my children began to explore their disciplinary boundaries, the old program of go get a switch reared its ugly head. On one day, all three of my children got into trouble at once, and I told my precious little ones to go find a switch so that I could beat them just as my mother had taught me. When they came back, each bringing their own monstrous beating implements with them, something turned over inside me. I thought to myself, how could I do this to my little ones? As they each gave me their switch, I admonished each of them in turn. If the stick was too big, I said, "What is wrong with you? Don't you know that this will bruise you? Go outside and play." If the stick was thin and whipped, like I said, "What is wrong with you? I don't know." what is wrong with you? Don't you know that this will raise welts on you? Go outside and play. When I had sent each of my children away without a beating, I felt a strange sense of liberation. It felt as though something inside me had changed. In retrospect, I see that I had broken a core and possibly genetic program that had been handed down from my mother. Isn't that crazy how, I grew up in the wooden spoon days when, you got spanked with a wooden spoon. That's what my mom did. And unfortunately, that's what I did when my kids were little until I knew better, and my kids laughed at me because they thought it was a joke. You can't, that didn't hurt, they mocked me when I did it. So why do it anyway?
Right.
But that's how we grew up. And I'm sure my parents grew up with even worse, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And the story about that came to me while I was reading, my husband, his grandpa, I think, had this switch. It was a little stick with rubber things from an inner tube attached to it. So they would get whipped with that.
Oh my God.
And he passed it down to his daughter, my husband's mom. That's what she used when they got in trouble. And my husband was second to youngest out of 6 kids. So he had watched this. And after that, or when he started getting the whip, then every time he would cut one of the things off. Pretty soon there was just the stick left and it was no good. But you can see that he was breaking that chain the whole while. And he was never, I mean, he got abused pretty bad by his dad, but he was never one to lay a hand on our kids, So you can change that, and most people have by now. The generations now don't. I mean, they don't even spank or with the hand or anything. They don't even do birthday spankings anymore, But it's so awesome to see how things have changed. I mean, there's different ways to discipline, and you can do it without beating your kids,
Right.
So yeah,
absolutely. And I mean, teaching your kids how to emotionally regulate themselves so that they
right.
make less, horrible mistakes. Decisions, yeah.
I mean, kids will be kids, they'll always get in
Well,
trouble.
you're always gonna do something that you shouldn't, because when you're a child, this seems like a really good idea until you realize that wasn't a good idea.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
part of learning, and to
Yeah.
punish you for learning
Yeah.
doesn't make a whole lot of sense when
No,
you think
it
about it that way, does it?
No, not at all.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you can teach them that there are better ways of doing things
Right.
than beating them to a pulp for doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't imagine. I mean, some of the things, and kids my age growing up, how brutal their lives were compared to mine. I mean, I don't remember ever getting spanked actually. But I remember my sister probably and my brother, but it was, I mean, you had to do something really bad in our household to get a spank or a swat with the spoon. And it wasn't a hard beating, it was a spank. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy though that how back then, like even, my husband's 2 years older than me. Back when he grew up, and I was the oldest of my family, he was second to youngest, so it was a lot different times then, where he remembers kids coming to school with black and blue marks and welts from getting hit with a whip or belt or whatever. And I don't remember that happening in my class of kids, or grade of kids, but it was common back then. And that's just crazy to me now to think of that. But yeah,
how different things can be in even a short span of time.
Right. Yeah.
And how it's like you don't have to blindly accept
No.
the way that you were treated in your childhood or the way that you've been treated throughout your life. You don't have to blindly accept the belief that you aren't good enough. You don't have to blindly accept the programs that have been handed to you by parents, grandparents, other adults in your life, friends. You don't have to accept that as if it doesn't feel right to you.
Right.
And that's what's wonderful about this is I know that these certain things are not serving me in the life that I've chosen to live and the life that I want to move into.
Yeah.
And you can begin to change that.
Yeah.
And that's what's amazing about this in this story is she decided that's not who I want to be.
Right.
And she changed it in that one moment.
Yeah. And it's cool that she showed her kids, this is what I could do, but I'm not. You can learn the lesson without having to be whipped, you know, or having the hard thing happen to you.
Right.
You can learn by experience instead.
And she also taught them in that moment that when they become parents,
they
get
don't
to
need
choose
to do that.
how they teach their children.
Right. Yeah. So cool. I love that story that she told there.
Yeah, and it's a story. I mean, some of this continues to this day too.
Oh yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
It's looked on very differently than it was then.
Yeah.
But it's just it kind of shows you that there are different ways of doing things and you get to choose.
Yeah.
You get to choose.
Right. And thank God it's not commonplace as much as it used to be.
Yes, I'm very glad for that.
Yeah.
I'm very, very glad for that.
Yeah.
For several years, the creator has been putting together the mosaic of the belief work in my brain. As my mind was ready to accept the concept, a new branch to the sacred tree of Theta Healing has grown. Believing that I was ready to know how to change beliefs and that it was possible, I did what I had always done. I went to the creator and commanded, Creator, how can beliefs be changed? Show me. I was shown that the technique that I was using for healing could also change beliefs. I was also shown that in order for healing to happen, the person receiving the healing had to want to be restored to health, and the person giving the healing had to believe it was possible. In Theta Healing, even though it is the creator who is doing the healing, you are the witness. If you believe that the healing is possible, witnessing the healing will also be. If you believe that the healing is impossible, witnessing the healing will also be impossible. However, if the person doesn't want to be healed or doesn't think that they can be healed, you can help them with belief work. And that's the thing. You have to believe it's possible for something to be possible. And so that's why belief work is so helpful in working on your own core beliefs, especially around healing, health, removing programming and replacing it. If you believe it is possible, then it is. Whatever you believe is your truth. And so being able to work on certain beliefs and begin to release those things that are holding you back helps to move you forward.
Yeah. So good.
And that's why when I do theta healing on myself, it works because I know that it does. I believe that it does. And I see the results. And I see the results in others because I know, and my belief is that everything is possible. And that's why I can be effective as a witness because I know that it's possible and I hold that space for others as we both do.
And being the witness, it makes all the difference in the world. Having that be witnessed, it makes it true.
Right. And you witness it together. And what a gift that is.
It is.
What a gift that is for us and our clients to see the changes happening in real time. It's so cool.
It is.
I had a conversation about that with a client yesterday.
Did you? That's awesome.
What a gift it is, to work with each and every one of them and how unique they are.
So good.
Cool. So we're going to talk about programs. Belief work gives us direct access to the world of our subconscious mind and a means of changing the beliefs in it. Our brain works like a biological supercomputer, assessing information and responding. How we respond to an experience depends on the information that is given to the mind and how it is received and interpreted. When a belief has been accepted as real by the body, mind, or soul, it becomes a program. Programs can work to our benefit or detriment, depending on what the program is and how we are reacting to it. Many people live most of their life with the hidden program that they cannot succeed. Even if they are very successful for many years, they may suddenly lose everything they own or do something to defeat themselves. Without realizing that they may be sabotaging themselves, they continue the process. They do not understand that there are programs deep within them that have been there since childhood, floating in the subconscious mind, waiting for the opportunity to be inserted into reality. Belief work empowers people with the ability to remove those negative programs and replace them with positive ones from the creator of all that is. The belief level. So we're going to talk about the different belief levels that we have within each person. There are 4 levels of beliefs within a person. The core belief level. Core beliefs are what we are taught and accept from childhood in this life. They are beliefs that have become part of us. They are held as energy in the frontal lobe of the brain. The genetic level. At this level, programs are carried over from ancestors or are being added to our genes in this life. These beliefs are energy stored in the morphogenetic field around the physical DNA. This field of knowledge is what tells the mechanics of the DNA what to do. The historical level. This level concerns memories from past lives or deep genetic memory or collective consciousness experiences that we carry into the present. These memories are held in our auric field. The soul level. This level is all that a person is. Here the programs are pulled off the completeness of the individual, beginning at the heart chakra outward. So the next thing we're going to talk about is energy testing or muscle testing. Because if you're wondering, okay, do I have that belief that success isn't possible for me? Do I have that fear of success within myself? Do I have different fears or things that are holding me back or programs that are holding me back? How do I know that?
Right. Sometimes you think, oh, I don't believe that way. But when you muscle test, actually you do. So it's your subconscious mind that believes that.
Right. You have a subconscious belief versus a conscious belief. You have a conscious knowing that I am a wonderful person that deserves success. You might have a subconscious program that says you don't deserve to be successful. You're not worthy of success.
Right. Or my family has never been successful, so why are you?
Can't either. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in our subconscious that outwardly we think, why was, I don't believe that. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, where are the areas of your life that maybe you haven't gotten as far as you'd like to?
Right.
And look in those different spaces for, okay, what could the beliefs be that are holding me back? And we can muscle test those, and we'll teach you kind of a couple ways to muscle test to see if those are true in a subconscious way for yourself, so you can begin to release them using freedom release method or tapping or the different things that you like to do. Or theta healing. You might have to call us for that.
Yeah.
Unless you're a theta practitioner yourself, which would be wonderful. You can do it for yourself.
Yes. Or find a class.
Yeah, true.
It's a great thing to learn.
Yeah, I think she's still out of Montana.
She lives in Montana, and has a center there where she teaches, so kind of close to us. I mean, not kind of.
Maybe like
6 hours, 8 hours. 14.
Something like that.
Montana's a big state.
It's a big state, and there's mountains. Yeah.
It's not easy to get there from some places.
Like here where it's flat and boring to drive there the whole time.
Here it's just set your steering wheel
and try not to fall asleep.
On west and go.
So you hit Montana, you're like, this is gorgeous. But the 9 hours there is just like boring city.
Not very fun.
I love North Dakota, but it's very flat.
Yeah. And not many trees. In parts.
There are no trees. Coming from Minnesota, there's no trees.
Yeah.
In comparison, it's like, where are the trees? Why are there no trees here? There's tons of trees over there. Where are the trees?
We won't go there because I have I'll just keep my mouth shut on that one. Because farms sometimes take the trees out.
They do. They do. I have trees around my house, and I'm planting more. It's kind of, I love the farmers around where I live, but it's kind of an FU. I'm still building my trees.
Yeah, and some farmers don't do that. They
Growing my
take them away
trees.
because they keep the soil in place.
We do have tree lines all around the farms around my house.
Yeah.
And especially since they're rivers,
Yeah,
they keep the tree lines. So
Mhm.
that's nice.
yeah. We have lots of trees in our yard.
Growing more all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes where I don't want to grow them, but
Right, yeah, like in my garden.
yes, like in my garden, right along the side of my house where they're cracking the foundation. Come on, trees.
Yeah, go somewhere else. Anyway,
Side note.
so energy testing.
Yeah, we're not gonna do necessarily the type that she calls in here, but she does do muscle testing like we do. So we'll teach you guys the easiest ways for you to muscle test for yourself if you have a program.
Yeah, or you can use a pendulum.
Yeah, you can use a
I use
pendulum for that.
pendulum all the time.
Mhm.
I have it in my pocket all the time.
Well, that's perfect. Then you can show us that method too.
Yeah, but you can use different ways. And we'll do the easiest.
Yeah, we'll do a couple of the easiest ones, the ones that people usually catch on to quickly.
Yep. So, do you want to go or me? Go.
Well, the easiest method is the sway method.
Yeah.
And
Very easy.
the sway method is the easiest because you just stand up. If you can stand up, you can do this method.
Yeah.
So if you can't stand, you'll do one of the other ones, which, they're each wonderful. So they're each pretty easy to learn.
Yeah. You'll find your own, what's easiest for you. And in different situations, like at the grocery store, the sway method is really easy to
I
do.
use it all the time for when I'm picking out supplements. And also like, is this product better than this product for me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
The sway method is useful all the time.
Yeah, I do it a lot.
Yeah, it's useful. And the other one I do is probably the second one we'll go through, which is the hands method as well, the fingers.
Yeah.
So the sway method, all you need to do is stand up. And I'm not going to stand up right now because then I'll be out of the picture.
Yeah.
But all you need to do is stand. And so just stand with your legs about shoulder width apart, just like you're just going to stand there normal. Yeah. And then you're going to ask your body to show you either yes or strong or no and weak. So first, I always like to ask my body, show me yes, for example.
Yeah.
Show me yes. And for me, yes is always forward.
Yeah. And
even when I'm sitting, I can do it.
Right. I know. I was just thinking the same thing.
You feel the pull one way or the other.
Yeah. If you're standing up, usually you feel it from your pelvic area. You'll feel a push kind of forward.
Your whole body will move. And sometimes people even take a step because they're so surprised the first time they do this that my body actually pulled me a certain way. Yeah.
And a back or a no or weak makes your body weak. You'll go backwards.
Yeah.
And it's easy to think of, if you're weak, you're gonna fall, right? So you're gonna go back. And you can hold something to your heart, like an apple or something in the grocery store, and ask a specific question. Is this good for me today? Because tomorrow your body might want it.
Right.
But today, is this good for me today? You'll go forward for a yes, backwards for a no. And you'll definitely feel that push or pull when you're standing.
Yes. And you'll be kind of shocked by it the first time. So just be prepared for that.
Right.
Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that actually happened.
Yeah.
But it's just about letting go and allowing your body to show you.
Yeah, just relax and do it.
And when I always start a session like this where I want to ask my body questions, I always say, ask it to show me yes or show me no. I ask us to do both. That way I know for sure what it feels like for the yes and for the no. So I'm not questioning it or the strong or the weak. And that's a way you can ask your body questions about anything with yes or no or strong or weak.
About anything pertaining to yourself, not about others. I always say that because you can't know what someone else is going through.
And there are ways to muscle test for others, but that's a little bit more advanced. So this is just for you in this
Yeah.
You're not trained to do that yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We don't want to go there today.
Yeah, we're not going there. But just for yourself, you can ask these questions: strong or weak, yes or no. And so you are quite limited, and the way you ask your questions needs to be very clear of a yes or no, or strong or weak. And that's kind of some of the things that people run into as a difficulty, is how to ask the questions. It's like, was your question clear to get a clear answer?
Yeah. And an easy way to start with is ask your name. You know, is my name Tracy, or is my name Sally? You know, you can ask one that you know the answer to, but be neutral with your body, so you're not the one telling it what to do.
Right.
Let it fall on its own.
Yeah, asking test questions can help you get used to that feeling of allowing your body to respond.
That's what I was looking for.
Yes, I know. That's why we help each other.
It's a good thing you can read my mind.
We help each other. That's what we do here. Teamwork.
Yeah. So the sway method is the easiest and easy to teach and easy to play with, because you can do it anywhere, anytime.
Yes. And I love that when I use it.
Yeah.
I use it, when I do sessions with people, I'll teach them how to do the sway method themselves, and then I will muscle test using like our finger method on the side to just double check answers and see that we're both in sync with what it is that they are getting as well, to kind of validate their answers, to help them out as they begin that process of learning. So do we want to do that one, or do we want to do pendulums?
Do you want to do the finger? Let's do the finger first. There's different ways you can do the finger method. This will teach the easiest one like that, you think? Yeah. So you just take your fingers, make circles, and tighten them. And you want to resist, but you ask a yes or no question. So show me a yes. And it's strong for me.
So mine was different that time than usual.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never had that happen. So for me, on this method, because this is not usually the one I use, for me, a yes was that. And usually a yes is like strong. So that was really interesting. Okay, show me no. Yeah, mine is opposite with this one.
And mine is this.
So weird. I've never had that happen. Okay, body, you tell me what you want.
Yeah. And always don't second guess your body, because it's telling you the truth always.
I'm going to listen.
Yeah. Okay. And it doesn't matter. Next time she does it, it might be the other way. And this happens, with the pendulum too, that we'll show you after. So ask yourself a yes or no question that you might think, whatever. What is this? I like watermelon.
I do.
I do.
My eyes are blue. They are.
They are. Mine too.
My eyes are brown. They are not.
No. And you'll, the more you play with this, the easier it gets, and you'll almost know the answer before you even get there. Sometimes you'll hear yes or no in your head. The more you muscle test, the easier it gets, and the more you'll automatically know the answer when you ask. So you don't even, it takes a while, but you'll just know right away. So a pendulum now.
And you can use anything as a pendulum. We have a whole podcast about using a pendulum. So go to that if you have extra questions about that. And I'm sure we'll teach it again in the future. Yeah. I'll take my necklace off and use that.
Okay. This is my trusty pendulum that I always carry with me.
I usually use whatever necklace I have on. Usually my necklace has a stone on it, but today it's not. It's just a piece of metal. It's
just as good.
It's a Chanel charm.
Oh, of course. Of course it is.
Of course it is.
So I always hold my hand underneath.
I like to do that. I feel like it's a good energy connection.
Yeah. And you should always ask which way for yes. Mine always goes front to back.
And for me, yes is
A circle.
counterclockwise in a circle.
Okay.
And
And which way for no?
show me no.
Mine is always left and right.
Okay. Mine is back, left and right
Back
today.
and forth, yeah. Yeah, so there, now you know your base. So you can ask any question. I'll ask the question myself.
Sure. Do I like chocolate? Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
I do.
Do I like chocolate? It's telling me no today. And I don't like, I have a story about chocolate.
I love it, especially real chocolate.
Yeah, and I can
Not
take
Dutch
it or leave it. I used to be a chocoholic, and I learned tapping, and I said, if this stuff really works, I don't have to have chocolate anymore. And now I still don't. That was 25 years ago. So, yeah, I can take it or leave it now, and that I love.
How
I love
powerful
that.
is that? Like you
Yeah.
empowered yourself to, I get to choose. I don't have to have
Yeah.
the cravings.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. And actually that is one of the first things that I learned about energy work was tapping.
Mhm.
And that was the first thing that made me believe, because here I am 25 years later and I still don't care if I eat chocolate or not. I love it, but I don't have to have it like I used to. I'm not a chocoholic anymore.
And that's powerful.
It is really powerful. Your mind is very powerful.
Your mind is incredibly powerful.
Mhm. Yeah. So that's the power of a pendulum. And again, only ask questions about you in these circumstances.
Right.
You know,
Like, okay, so what's another one that you could ask?
I love the color orange. Yes. What do I do?
Nope, I don't
No.
love it. Do I like the color orange?
Yes.
And that's a yes.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So it does matter how you word things too.
Mhm.
You gotta be very specific in your asking.
You do.
Yeah.
How you word your question is incredibly important. So if you are feeling like the answer doesn't really resonate with me, or it feels like I'm not getting a clear answer, it's not coming through strongly,
Mhm.
it could be that you're not asking in the right way.
Yeah.
It's not a clear question.
Right.
And that's one thing to think about. Okay, is this a clear question? Is it a clear yes or no? Or am I asking a two-part question and it's giving me one of the answers, but I don't know which answer it is. So you need to be very clear, concise, and that it has a clear yes or no or strong or weak.
Right.
So it takes a little bit of practice to craft questions as well.
It does. Yeah, it like everything, it's a practice. And you gotta play with it at first to get to know it, to get to know, what are your true answers, what aren't, how to ask us a simple yet very strict question, or I don't know,
Concise.
Yeah, concise question. So, just play with it for a while and have fun with it, because it comes in so handy. Any kind of muscle testing, and you can do it with your fingers easy enough, and people don't think you're a weirdo. Oh,
Right.
where if you take a pendulum out at the grocery store, that might look a little.
It depends on how you feel.
It depends who you are and where you're at too.
Yeah.
At Natural Grocery, it would be very acceptable.
Yeah. Or, if you're in Sedona, people probably won't look at you twice.
No, but in North Dakota, box.
Yeah, in North Dakota at Hornbachers, people might be like, what's she doing over there?
Yeah.
What's going on? And that's okay. If you don't mind getting looks, that's fine. But at the same time, the sway method is very like, people don't notice it.
And I remember first learning muscle testing, and I did it with my kids when they were, well, my youngest when he was still in high school. And I did it with scary movies. Him and his friends were all into the horror movies. And I said, one time I woke up in the morning and there were kids in my living room everywhere. They had gone to a scary movie and none of them dared go home, and they all came to my house and they were on all the couches and chairs and on the floor sleeping. And I said, you guys, I want to show you something. Maybe next time you should ask your body first before you go to the movie and see if it's a good movie for you to see. And do you make the decision to listen to that or not? It doesn't really matter. It's not gonna change your life, that kind of a question.
Yeah, you get
a movie is a movie. But I showed them the difference between, we held up some DVDs, which movies were good and which weren't good for you to watch. They were amazed by how your body reacts to it because they could feel it. I did an arm sway, so they could feel how weak their arm was when it wasn't a good movie for them to watch. Or I did it with video games too.
Yeah.
Was this a good game for you to play? Does this feed your mind? It all depends on the question you ask. And they were amazed by what came of it, what the questions were, or how their bodies answered it. So yeah, it's fun. Fun thing to learn about, fun thing to use, and you'll use it throughout your whole life if you learn how to do it.
Oh yeah, especially if you get comfortable with it. It's an unbelievable tool for helping you in an innumerable amount of ways, to be honest.
Yeah. Decision making is a snap when you learn this.
Decision making, also about what feeds my body and what doesn't. Sometimes you'll be surprised at what it is that your body's needing that day or not needing.
Right.
What
feeds your mind, what doesn't.
Yeah, what feeds your mind, what doesn't. 100,000 things. Finding the root causes of things, even if that's something you're interested in. That can help you with that.
Yeah.
What beliefs you have and you're holding in your subconscious and your conscious mind. What beliefs you're holding maybe at the genetic level that can be released. You never really know what's there until you start asking questions.
Right. We did it with the dream board exercises. Do these dreams line up with me?
Am I aligned with that or not? And I'm getting into alignment with it so that you can begin to achieve them.
Yeah. The ideas are endless. So have fun with it and play. And we'll talk about it more another day.
Yes.
So, Carissa, where can we find you on the wonderful world of webs?
You can find me on Facebook, first of all, at Light of Hope Healing. You can find us together on Facebook at Our Soul Space. You can find us on YouTube at SoulSpace Podcast, which is where we're posting this podcast, if you're listening to it right now. You can also find my Square site, which is light-of-hope-healing.square.site, which is Light of Hope Healing with a bunch of dashes in between it, .square.site, which you can also find the link to that on Google, if you look up Light of Hope Healing. And you can also find it on my Facebook page, so you don't have to memorize that. But you may have by now if you watch this podcast enough, which I love and appreciate you for.
Joke about it,
because it's funny.
It's good. Yeah.
And so those are the places you can find me. I'm not going to be anywhere physically at the moment because I'm taking a couple of vacays, which is so unlike me to be on like 2 vacations in a row. But guess what? I'm going on 2 vacations in a row.
Summer.
It's wonderful, and I'm excited.
Going
to some wonderful places. That I haven't been before.
She's going to my favorite place. I can't wait to hear how she likes it.
Oh yeah, they're gonna love it. It's gonna be so much fun. So Tracy, tell us about where people can find you if they want to dig a little deeper.
I'm easy to find at inspiredsignals.com. Yay!
Inspiredsignals.com.
What a concept.
A website with like a really simple thing to remember. Amazing.
You'll get
so proud of you.
You'll get it.
Okay,
she does it for other people, but not for herself.
It's one of the programs I'm working on, and I'm getting better. So Tracy, where else can they find you?
I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. All my links are on my website though, but Inspired Signals on both Instagram and Facebook, and and Inspired Signals Studio.
Yes.
At both. So find me there. Summer, yeah, I'm relaxed. I'm playing with grandkids. Having fun.
Having a wonderful time this summer.
Yeah,
We hope you are
so,
too. And we
yeah.
hope that all the things that we're talking about are making your summer even more wonderful.
Yeah, and please use them. Try them out. You know,
a tool is only useful if you use it.
right.
If you have a wrench laying down there and you're like, what could I use to fix my plumbing?
Right.
And you just stare at it, it doesn't do anything for you.
No.
It only works if you use it.
Yeah. Yeah. So use the things we're telling you about and training you on and helping you with. So we will see you again next time.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.